Oh, welcome back. I feel like we were just hanging out together. Woo! Wow, Mr. Jerome Powell was nice to us today. That was actually unexpected. I'm happy about that, though. Oh, stop it, you live stream problem causer system, YouTube. I can't blame YouTube. I love YouTube. Okay, well, we do have the market closing. Oh my gosh, I also have to slow down the chat here. Sorry. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get started into what's going on in the market. All right, here we go. So what do we got? We've got sticks moving. Obviously, the market has responded optimistically and positively to what the heck Jerome Powell had to say today, the way he treated us like little children, to make it very clear that we are not going to see inflation, and we don't have to even worry about them spooking us with tapering, because not only are they going to tell us well in advance when they start tapering, but he's going to make it very clear by saying, okay, we're finally on a path to consider tapering. But no, none of that anytime soon. Instead, go have fun on the playground, go eat your tendies, enjoy yourselves, is kind of what we got today. It was like kindergarten teacher Powell coming out and give us your nice a big kiss on the cheeks. Anywho, take a look at the market. All of a sudden, we had this reversal. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see that reversal really take place here. Right at about 2 o'clock is where we want to be looking. So right over here, SOS are running into the close now after that massive spike here on Nano Dimension. Nice run. Clever has probably kind of been doing good all day here. We've got BNGO, big spike because of this. We've got Blink that spiked because of this. GM rallying into the close, absolutely doing very, very well here into the close here. Bitcoin rallying up 4%, now almost $58,000. The airlines were already doing good today, but accelerated their increases here with Jerome's speech and Q&A period here. Held it together very well in Q&A. There were a lot of people in comments I saw. I thought was funny. All the comments like, just cut the stream here. You did your job. Shut the F up and get down. Anyways, it's pretty good. Virgin Galactic up 3.6% here. Marriott, Tesla now over 700 again. We had a tenuous close yesterday. We were down yesterday, so we're back up over 700 now. Social Capital, Microvision, all booming here. Matterport up again. We were briefly, I mean, look at this. We were at 14. I think we were pretty low today here for a period of time. We were at like, 14.15, 14.45 at one point today. Gee whiz. We almost got NEO back over 45, kind of still that child left behind a little bit. Pinterest over 75. There goes that 70 buying opportunity, which we were really close to this morning. But we did a lot of dip buying before, so I don't feel bad not buying this morning's dip, because better safe than sorry. We did enough dip buying a couple weeks ago. Churchill Capital, though, even though it moved up into our higher box here, is selling off a little bit into the close. Not enjoying itself after that Peter Rawlinson sort of misinterview yesterday. Wasn't so good. Really frustrating, that interview yesterday. Anyway, Plug Power recovering nicely from being oversold this morning. We were chatting about that in the course this morning, but a potential for it being oversold. It's not a company that I'm very bullish on this decade, but we'll see how the next decade goes. Let's listen to the bell.
To the close, take a look at the major averages. The Dow's up 190, a little more than 0.5%, near session highs after Fed Chair Jay Powell's message of support and no change on policy or guidance. The S&P up 1/3%. NASDAQ also rebounding in today's trades as yields come off the highs of the day, up 0.4%. And small caps also join the party, up 0.7% and lead the charge higher on a very strong close on a Fed day, Wilfred.
Very strong indeed, and a record close, no less, for the Dow, and just about for the S&P as well. Welcome to Closing Bell, everyone. I'm Wilfred Frost, along with Sarah Eisen and Mike Santoli, CNBC Senior Markets Commentator. As we just mentioned, the Dow closing up 0.6% or 190 points, close to its session high, and enough for a record closing high. S&P record close as well, up about 0.3%. The NASDAQ up 0.4% itself, though still a little way from its own record. The bottom performing sector was utilities. The best performing sector was consumer discretionary. Coming up, KKR's Henry McVeigh on the Fed decision and which industry he thinks will be a big winner as the market rotation rolls on. Plus, Wells Fargo's Mike Mayo on the big rally in bank stocks that we've seen and the names he thinks will continue to outperform, of course, on a day where yields rose, but did pare back some of their gains following the press conference. Josh Brown still with us and joining the conversation are Conference Board Chief Economist Dana Peterson and Jefferies Chief Market Strategist David.
I love listening to that music. Hopefully I don't get demonetized from it. CBC is pretty great, though. They're pretty cool with people commenting on their stuff, which I think is awesome. Bitcoin just broke $58,000. Let's go ahead and look at the after hours. Pull it over. Woo! What a day. It started out stressful, and we can now celebrate. That's exciting. So NGA still not over 20 here, but pushing back. Did have a rally here towards the close here. After hours up 2%. Tuscan Holdings up 2.4% after hours. In the day, there we go. Pull this out here. Tuscan Holdings actually down almost 4% in the on the day, but recovering here in the after hours. Unity up 1% here. Unity's been doing a nice job of recovering over the last few sessions here as we've recovered from our bottom where we hit that 86 moment there. We've got Enphase 165 also trying to recover up in the after hours about 0.8%. Express, Coupon, First Majestic, CLII all recovering roughly 0.5% here. Nike, FRX, Marcus Group, Quantum all up about here 0.5 to 0.25%. QuantumScape up in the after hours. Plug Power up in the after hours despite selling off only 7.8%. There was a time we were down 17% on the day with those accounting changes being announced, which were announced yesterday after hours. But anyway, today was really reaction time. It did very well here. In terms of losers in the after hours here, looks like GameStop giving up its slight gains that it had today of about 0.75%, giving up 1% here now in the after hours, though after hours can be much more volatile. We have been somewhat trending down a little bit here on GameStop, but hitting some resistance, which is nice to see. Lemonade at 104, down 2.4% on the day and down 0.68% here in after hours. Tesla, very volatile day for Tesla. If I could click the darn thing here. By the way, if you too want to have trouble clicking on ticker symbols, make sure to sign up for Webull by going to betkevin.com/Webull, and you get 2 totally free stocks and the privilege of having a hard time clicking on ticker symbols. Just make sure to deposit $100 when you do. Tesla now at 700, roughly even here. We've got a gain of roughly 3.6%. NEO also selling off a little bit here with Tesla, but still up on the day. Churchill Capital also closing down 5% and also following Tesla and NEO around that 0.25% sell-off here. GEVO actually leading declines here in the after hours. Not exactly sure why. Let's listen to some commentary here from Jefferies for a moment and then see what earnings we've got coming up.
For them, but again, it's going to be very hard for that 10-year to go up well beyond that if they're pinning the 2-year note at 12 basis points, which they can do. So it's not easy to get a really, really, really steep curve. I mean, we've seen 250 to 275. I think
it just wants to be complicated, so no problem. We will, let's go ahead and jump on over to the earnings calendar here. Earnings calendar. Earnings, whisper, calendar. I think we got some earnings today. Who's Williams-Sonoma today? So let's go ahead and pull them up. Okay, let's see what. Oops, there we go. Let's see what we got. So Williams-Sonoma. We'll go ahead and pull them up. Who else do we have? Oh, GEVO. Oh, GEVO must have just reported, given that they're falling here in the after hours. So that was probably a GEVO miss. Oh, Sundial today too. Oh my God. Oh, it's the big hype momentum play of Sundial. All right, Williams-Sonoma, not yet. Sundial, let's see if they've reported. Pretty sure GEVO has, not yet. GEVO reported revenue of just $531,000, which is pretty dang low. Let's see, a loss per share of about 15 cents. Adjusted loss per share of about 7 cents. Misses on revenue and misses EPS by 3 cents. What was the expectation? Seeking Alpha here. Oh, they're gonna make me log in, aren't they? Oh no, they didn't. Okay, cool. They actually did not show what the expected was. That's okay. Let's go to financial results. All right. Well, courses are much cheaper if you use that coupon code to get 38% off. Code HODL. All right, so let's see here. Street Insider financial results here. Announced plans for Net Zero 1 project to be located in South Dakota. Okay, so got some project going on. Where I want to see the actual release here. Fuel sales agreement. I don't really care. I just want quick numbers here. There we go. Revenue of $500,000 for the quarter. Oh God, look at that. Revenue of $500,000 compared to $6.9 million in Q4 2019. That's horrible. That's really ugly. Loss from operations, $7 million compared to loss of 6.2. Okay, so slightly declining there. And I know they're working on a lot of contracts, so this is not necessarily going to mean that their revenue is going to be that bad going forward. But we were touching on this the other day about how it's possible that companies might want to do this sort of green. I forgot what they called it. Somebody had a phrase for this. It's kind of basically like green virtue signaling, something of that style. And we see a lot of that with like contracts going to GOOO for that, but generally relatively low orders, mostly because you've got really expensive products, GOOO, and I know they're working on getting those products down, which will be good, but I think it's gonna be 10 years before they get to that point. So we'll see. Okay, so greenwashing. Thank you. That was the line. So, the consensus was a loss of 5 cents. I mean, that's not that horrible of a miss. What's CNBC covering? Lordstown.
Alone, no revenue to speak of at this point. What's really of interest here is what they're saying in response to Hindenburg research coming out last week and essentially saying, look, this 100,000 orders, that's fictitious in the words of Hindenburg research. They're not saying a lot. The call starts in a little bit. What they are saying, interest in the Endurance pickup truck remains robust. They are working with fleet management companies to secure orders for that truck. Remember, these are just reservations. These are not orders. These are not people who have said, yeah, I'll pay that money that I'm, interested in buying the truck. And finally, they are on schedule to start late production of the Endurance electric pickup truck in late September. Don't forget, the Lordstown call starts in about 22 minutes, and you bet the comments of Hindenburg are going to be front and center on that call. We'll let you know what they have to say. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much for that, Phil. We look forward to your reports from that call. Mike Santoli.
Yeah, that's exciting that they're going to start development later this year in September. Okay, so Sundial. Let's see. We are waiting for Sundial and Williams-Sonoma. Both of them have not reported yet. Williams-Sonoma is expected to report at 4:15. Who else is reporting today? Oh, and Sundial at 4:30. So we've got a little bit of waiting to do here. Looks like I missed a couple super chats here. Watch the Fed talk and no one brought up corporate bonds. Can you explain how it's sustainable? I don't get it. Oh, corporate bonds. So are you talking about like corporate bond issuance where corporations are like, hey, buy our bond and you'll be able to convert that to stocks? And people got a lot of money right now. I think that's what's going on. I mean, maybe clarify your question a little bit, though. Feel free to just go in the chat here. But, I don't know that corporate bonds are a big focus right now. Corporate debt levels maybe a little bit higher. But, a lot of that was really just raising cash to be more prepared for opportunities in the pandemic. Okay, so Sundial 4:30, Williams-Sonoma 4:15. So we got a little bit of wait to do here. Let's take a peek at the sticks. All right, what do we got? All right. GOOO's not liking this. GOOO down 7% here. I mean, a lot of this should have been expected, right? A lot of this was expected. Playboy's up 11%, so somewhat. Oh my gosh. PLBY. Yeah, you're right. 11% today. Minor sell-off in the after hours relative to the gains, but yeah, no, you are correct. So really, no big losers in the after hours with the exception of GOOO. Let's see here. Yeah, thank you. Love the way you simplify old boring suit language. Love your content. Thank you. Kathy is live on YouTube. I don't believe that. Let me see here. because you want to be careful because a lot of those are scams. Yeah. Live news. Let's see. I went to a private browser. Let's see if this is true or if it's one of the scams. Scam. It's another Bitcoin scam. Like this is endless. These Bitcoin scams, but these happen because they're profitable and because YouTube doesn't do anything about it. Yeah, scammer. All right. So where were we? Okay, we were. This is 4 minutes away for William Sonoma, so we'll wait for this. Okay, what else is happening here? Lyft rallied into the close. Up about 2%, down about 1.2, and the after hours. GameStop just gave up its gains from the day in after hours. We've got Restoration Hardware up about 1.8 in the after hours. NGA going back to $20 in the after hours here. GameStop, ChargePoint, these guys all up about 0.5%. No, nothing really happening here in the after hours, honestly. I mean, the only thing that's getting smoked is Gevo. They're smoking those biofuels. But beyond that, I mean, Clever, 8% today. Great. I mean, this is needed a rebound for a while. Nano Dimension up 777. A great number. GM, General Motors, at 60.53. Nice. I have a little bit of exposure and options to GM, so I'll take some gains over there. Of course, doesn't hold a candle to Volkswagen, but there's some serious temporary hype going into Volkswagen here. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, GM just hit a 52-week high. I get an alert. Dow just closed above 33,000 for the first time. Wow. That's crazy. Good job, Jerome. Wonder what it must feel like to be Jerome. Oh, what's this? 4. Okay. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, nothing there right now. Okay, so Bitcoin up 4.4% now at 58,000. Airlines up 4%-ish on the day. AMC a little bit. Tesla's still sitting at 700. It's great. Bargain to buy it for. So, yeah, no major moves here in the after hours here. Question here. I'd love your input on ticker FLTV, drone delivery. Yeah, drone delivery I think is so great. I mean, we know this is going to be a future. What is this company called? Fleet Core. Well, thank you for not providing it to our attention on a day when it was up like 100%. That's usually when I get asked about tickers. Feel like, oh, it's up 100% today. Do an analysis on it today. It's like, really? So this company has actually not done huge things in terms of like since the pandemic began, which is maybe good, maybe undiscovered, right? What is it? Fleet, and we do have earnings in 1 minute here, but Fleet Core, there we go. Fleet Core. Let's see. Fleet Core operates a business payments company. Is that the right one? You said drone delivery. That's different. FLTV. That must be different then. That's FLT. FLTV. Oh, my bad. FLTV. I actually don't even see that, unfortunately. Oh, that's a bummer. Here's his drone. Is it that one? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I know nothing about it. Yeah, because that was not the right company that we saw on the chart. Anyway, we do have earnings coming up here in a moment. But I am bullish on drone delivery. It's just you got to pick the right one, and that's going to be a little rough. So this should come through in about 10 seconds here. We should see this come plowing through. Sundial earnings are at 4:30. So they're going to be in just a moment. But we're waiting for this to come through. There it is. Look at that. Right on time, baby. Right on time. Ooh. Oh, that's really good. Good beat on comp sales. 25.7% versus an expectation of 19.2%. We should see a bump with a kind of report like that. But obviously, more things go into earnings than just comp sales. So we haven't seen a reaction in the sticks yet, as people are still trying to digest this, I imagine. So results. Yeah, I looked at FLTV and I couldn't find it, at least not in Webull. So I'll try the Bloomberg again here. So what else do we have? Okay. Revenue up revenue growth accelerates 25.7%. E-commerce growth of 47.9%. Why would you buy from Williams-Sonoma online? I don't get that. Like how high was really their online sales? That would be interesting to me. I'm sure they divide it out here. Okay, first floor. Let's look at that. Let's look at their chart here. Okay, guidance. Are they giving guidance? Expected recovery? Nope. Where are the sheets? Here we go. Okay, so net revenues at Williams-Sonoma, 13 weeks ended, Jan 13 weeks ended February. Okay, so same period of time here. Good. Bump in net revenues here. Cost of goods sold actually went down, so a margin improvement. That's good. SG&A expenses, stable. Lower percentage of revenue. Very good. Operating income at 402 versus 203. Good. Higher income. So higher EPS, almost double what we had last year. Very good. So EPS of $4. What's this stock selling for? 136-ish? Good beat here. There's the candlestick. Look at that. We beat the candlestick. That was cool. I like it when we beat the candlestick. We beat it by like 2 minutes, which is really cool. But anyway, so good job here, Williams-Sonoma. So what's the multiple on this thing? Well, this is quarterly, right? EPS of $4 here. So $4 for 13 weeks. 13 weeks? What's 52 divided by 4? Oh, 13. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a 3. That's weird. Yeah. No, 4 quarters. Okay, yeah, 13-week quarters. Okay. I guess I've never thought of it as 13 weeks before. That's so interesting. So 4.04, if we had that annualized times 4, we'd have earnings per share of about 16 per year expected, divided by, whatever, it's 132 right now. So is that right? Is it selling for a PE of like 8? And a 21 PE of 8? That seems very low. That seems very low. Okay. We could use diluted too, but that's not going to change much. Let's look at their estimates. Okay, let's go to Williams-Sonoma a little bit deeper. And we're going to go to Sundial in just a moment. But very interesting. Yeah, we'll look at the short interest in just a moment of companies. One sec. We are okay here. Okay, so here we go. I work in banking and know the potential of Upstart. Last time I'll say it. Only second to square. We'll look at that in a sec. We can look at that. Happy to do that. So revenue projections for 2022. EPS of 7, 8. Oh, this is for the year. Yeah. Okay. So we're not getting that 16 earnings per share on an annual basis. So maybe that was just a short-term bump. Expectations aren't that high going forward permanently here. So, if we go 2022 of 7, well, then we get more of what do we have? 132 divided by 7.74. Then we're more like 17 times earnings. That makes a little bit more sense. So maybe a temporary bump here. I'd have to dive into that a little bit more. But okay, cool. So we saw the Williams-Sonoma earnings. And we saw Gevo sell off. Let's see how Williams-Sonoma is doing here in the after hours. And then we do have Sundial earnings coming up in about 11 minutes. So jumping on over to Webull. Oh, Williams-Sonoma killing it right here. Just killing it. Yeah, that is good. Very, very good. I want all of your courses. Oh, well, there are bundle options. Use that coupon code HODL. Just scroll down to the bottom and you can see the bundle options for the courses. So somebody says Upstart. Let's see. Upstart Holdings. Whoa, 38% out of nowhere. Why? What happened with Upstart? Did they report today? Let's see here. Upstart. Okay, let's see what the news is here on Upstart. Oh, yeah, they just reported. Oh, wait, no. They reported that they're going to buy Prodigy Software, a leading automotive what? 8 jumps on deal to buy Prodigy Software, automotive retail software provider. Okay. Upstart, a leading AI platform, a leading artificial intelligence lending platform, today announced it entered into an agreement to acquire Prodigy Software, a cloud-based automotive retail software. Prodigy Software. Why am I having a hard time understanding what it is that company does? Prodigy Software. So Upstart just acquired them. What is this? Digital retail that sells. Sell more cars in less time. So Upstart is buying this? Supercharge your sales? Our product? Complete digital retail? In-store digital retailing? Oh, wow. So why is Upstart buying this? Online? This looks like something... I wonder if Shift uses this, because this looks very similar to what Shift uses. You should ask them. I should make a little note, because we're going to interview Shift tomorrow. So Shift, Prodigy Software for retailing, and Upstart. So why is Upstart acquiring them? I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. Because they do car lending. They do lending for cars. Oh, really? Upstart is on a path to reduce the cost of auto financing. Ah, that is interesting. Upstart. Pay off your credit cards. Yeah, I always thought of them as personal loans, but it makes sense. If they're big into car loans, then they might be able to basically integrate their lending service with maybe like Shift directly or the other used car sellers. I see. Okay, now I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay. Very neat. Our mission is to build the best car buying experience for the majority of buyers today. Very, very interesting. So, I mean, it's almost like, I wonder, I really want to know if Shift uses this company now. AI lending platform. That would be interesting to find out. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Maybe we can even Google it. Who uses Prodigy software, right? Prodigy software. Let's see if there's a customer section. Customers. No, not that I can see here. That is interesting. All right, some things to keep in mind on. So Upstart acquiring Prodigy. Prodigy, the online service. Was an online service. Wait, no. This is not Prodigy. That's the wrong company. That's the wrong Wikipedia. We want Prodigy, the digital retailing. This one. Prodigy automate retail. Prodigy retail. There we go. Customers. Or maybe they say it. I'm going to have to do some more deep diving on this. But this is interesting. Digital retailing sales. I mean, see how it works. Oh, well, here maybe these are some brands, huh? Oh, these are like individual retailers, like your local Ford or your local automotive group. Ah, okay. So you're basically putting the financing department as a tool rather than talking to somebody in a financing department. I like it. Automotive Retail 2.0. Transform your dealership. It's for dealerships. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's very fascinating. So, yeah, I mean, and they're blowing up on this. They're just absolutely dominating. They're up 43% right now. They closed. That is a pretty big announcement there for Upstart. They closed at $60. Now they're at $86. Whoa. Upstart. Yeah. This I want to spend a moment here just to dig into a little bit more here. Let's look at Upstart. Okay, let's do it. Upstart Holdings eliminates at least 7 jobs at my bank. Really? Like in the financing department? Very cool. I mean, sorry, not the job loss, but what they're doing. Okay, let's see. Let's look at financial analysis really quick. Okay, so if we look at Upstart's financial, like obviously all these forecasts will have to change, Right now they're at about 13 cents earnings per share. So they're selling for a substantial multiple here. Not really seeing like when are they going to get to $1? I mean, this Prodigy thing could change things, and I think that's why. Yeah, because these estimates are pretty horrible. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say pretty horrible. At like $60, 43 times earnings, that's like 100 or 43 cents of earnings. That's somewhere around like 120, 140 times earnings. Prodigy thing could change things, and maybe that's breathing life into this. Let's see how that stock has performed. Look at this. Hold on. Upstart. There we go. Oh, so Upstart actually had a really good run, and we're really just now recovering here. So it had a really good run, really since December, since it was listed. Ran up to 105 intraday, sold down in this latest crash to like 45, was just at 60 and just blew up to 86 on this announcement. Wow. Just on my radar now. not because of the jump right now, but this whole Prodigy thing. We're going to talk to Shift about that tomorrow. So tomorrow, when I interview Shift Technologies, I want to ask them about that. Prodigy software for retailing and this Upstart. Dang, it's not a hidden gem anymore. Well, good for you if you were in it. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Upstart. Williams-Sonoma obviously also doing well. Sundial reports in 3 minutes. Gevo got spanked. Tesla down about 1/3 in after hours here. Churchill down about 0.5% in after hours on top of their 5% decline for the day. Come on, Peter Rawlinson, do something, will ya? It's like poking a snail. Like, come on, do something. For the investor network. Okay, what link in Discord? Let's see here. Somebody mentions there's a link for me to click. Okay, that's I don't see a link in the recent tags here. Okay. I don't know where that link is. So we are going to get Sundial earnings in just a minute here. So let's take a look at that. All right. Yeah, Lordstown has their earnings call coming up shortly. We, it's not like we're really looking for earnings at Lordstown though, but we did cover that earlier when CNBC talked about it. I hope Sundial says something nice. Got a few hundred shares in it. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we got multiple conference calls starting shortly. We've got Lordstown starting, and I usually listen to them back on 2X, honestly, myself. But yeah, so we've got Lordstown and Williams-Sonoma and Upstart. I'm personally interested in the Upstart one. Like I think I'm more interested in listening to that one than some of the other ones. So, all right, we got earnings coming up in 45 seconds on Sundial, supposedly. We'll see. Okay, what else? Lordstown starts in one. Yep. Okay. Not a hidden gem anymore. I love that. Yeah, that Prodigy and Upstart. Very, very interesting. Upstart recovering from a January high. Yeah, we saw that. But you may have said that before we saw that. Okay. Yeah, still not sure what link someone was referring to. Maybe let me know what channel you posted it in. All right. Sundial coming in just a second here. Let's see it. Okay. Here we go. Please show up. It is now time for Sundial earnings. They're not on time like or perfectly on time like the other ones were. Williams-Sonoma was like perfectly on time. It was great. All right. Okay. Lordstown controversy is more interesting. I mean, that is true. It could be a juicy earnings call, right? Juicy earnings call because of the talk about the Hindenburg. Let's see. I mean, maybe we can pull it up in the meantime. Lordstown. But I don't really want to cover the whole thing. I know I could easily get it on my phone. pull it up there. Okay, still waiting for Sundial. It's supposed to report right now. So let's go here. Oh, if I log in here, it might kick me out of there. Oh, well. Oh, but then oh, crap. Then we don't see earnings. Darn it. That's okay. I'll pull it up right here. So I don't really want to listen to the earnings call. So never mind. Sorry, I'm being a little distracted. Let me log back on into here. And I do want to see those Sundial earnings in just a second. So I'll get right back in this. 1 second.
And delivery, because we sold out completely yesterday. And as I said before, Travis is all over since the ideation of what was the product that he was looking for. He was super hands-on on the development of the product itself.
I like the sort of background story they're talking about here. Okay, so still no report here on Sundial. Still waiting for Sundial. Yeah, and Sundial was is on the list for today, along with Lordstown, Williams-Sonoma, and Upstart. Does say 4:30 p.m. Eastern, but we have passed that now by about a minute, so no release yet. It's okay. Could be late. It happens. Sundial saying tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, Sundial delayed till tomorrow morning. All right. And then I got okay, so what else here? We got. What's Cudlow got to say? Oh, they're talking about the Fed.
Larry, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, in my lifetime, I have not dealt with the kinds of mortgage interest rates that my parents dealt with. And I have zero interest in ever finding out what that feels like.
So I asked, we had distinguished panelists last night. I said, coming down the road, higher taxes, more regulations, destroying the fossil fuel energy business, which is going to be terrible for profits and earnings, right? Going to be terrible for jobs and terrible for growth. And yet everybody's shrugging it off. All the bulls are shrugging it off. Now, the bulls may be right. Maybe it's a question of timing. But I do find it odd. I mean, if somebody out there knows a bear, they should get in touch with me. I don't even know what a bear looks like anymore.
Oh, I don't blame the bulls for how they're thinking about 2021, 2022. I'm a college professor, Larry. I'm thinking about a decade, 2 decades from now. What are my students right now learning about how markets work and how to generate wealth? And when they're listening to Bernie Sanders demonize the people who run our companies, simply
political pretty fast. I say that regularly. Lordstown talking about the short report. You didn't make me do it, aren't you? All right, let me see if I can get a really easy way to pull this up here. I'll pull it up for a second here. Give me a sec. Easiest way to do it is just ride. I mean, I do like controversy, so maybe we have to do it. Earnings call. Okay, I'm popping in. Webcast. Here we go. Put in my stupid info. All right, we're in.
And delivering on our commitment to sustainability and efficiency
One sec.
in the automotive landscape. Why a pickup truck?
How would it respond to all of these?
Whoops. Too many things playing on this. Hold on, I gotta close Bloomberg. I want to play it. I don't know where it is. I'll just close all these windows. Okay.
Efficient machines that do more than their fair share of polluting our air and wasting our energy. But pickup trucks are the backbone of workers in America. We need pickup trucks.
Okay.
We just need a better one. To break this 95-year-old cycle, we needed a new kind of truck and a new kind of car company.
Okay.
We are approaching 500 employees strong now, and we'll be up to 1,000 strong by the end of the year. Each employee has been hand-selected for their talent, their grit, and their desire to reinvent the pickup truck and clean up our air. The result of this culture is a pickup truck that gets the equivalent of 75 miles per gallon and is designed to have better traction, handling, and ride quality than any pickup truck on the market today.
These guys are bullish.
And because we're targeting fleet customers, we engineered a completely new, radically simple drivetrain so that we can price Endurance on par with a comparably equipped gasoline pickup truck. Actually, we project that the Endurance will save our customers $20,000 over a 5-year period versus owning and operating a conventional pickup truck.
By the way, that's extremely important for commercial customers to see break-even periods. They got to invest and then see a break-even and a profit over the other to actually convert. And fleets are harder to convert than consumers.
That is the simplest ever produced. Our hub motor-based skateboard provides true all-wheel drive, and yet it has only 4 moving parts in its driveline.
The only downside right now is like these can be very like salesy. I think these get more interesting when I hate to say it, when we are in the when we're in the Q&A, because right now they're just reading off a script about look at how great our car is. It's going to be so revolutionary, this, that, and whatever. Let's quickly instead, and we'll come back. We'll see. We'll look at it in a moment. But let's quickly take a look at the sticks here one more time, because GEVO is down that 8.99%. We've got, hold on. Okay. GEVO's down 8.6%. GIIG down about 4%. Tesla about 0.5% here. How is Ride doing? Ride. Oh, where is it? Ride's still trending down a little bit here. So we'll see how it performs. It's down about 2%. Upstart's the one that's killing it right now. So is Williams-Sonoma. Sundial. Oh, that's right. Sundial got delayed till tomorrow. So we're not expecting anything with Sundial. And if we quickly go back to some of these charts, volatility. Oh, well, that might not be updating right now anyway, since we're past. But what do we got here? 0.8% on the 5-year and the 10-year at 1.68. Look, they're just now covering Williams-Sonoma. I thought we talked about this like a long time ago.
Sales for all the brands together up 26%, and each of the brands was up about that much as well. Digital sales growth of 48%. E-commerce is about 70% of total. That's very big for a retailer. Of course, this is a large catalog and online business as well. Gross margins up 450 basis points to 42.1%. The CEO is talking about a strong start to the year. They're also raising the dividend and issuing a new $1 billion stock buyback program. Wow. Shares of Williams-Sonoma up 9.5% in response. Wolf and Sarah, back to you.
Cool. Thanks so much for that. The Fed announcing a bullish economic forecast for the year coming up.
Let's jump back on over to Lordstown for a moment. Why not? Okay. Let's see.
To some of our early customers for their feedback. We released some footage today on our social media channels and on our website that was taken in our plant yesterday, showing the betas being built in our factory. Really quite remarkable, and I encourage you to view them if you can. Our interactions with our customers have allowed us to gauge demand from prospective customers and resellers. This work has afforded us an important glimpse into the potential demand and enabled us to tool our factory to achieve the appropriate production volumes. This gauge is important because tooling can cost hundreds of millions of dollars and take years to implement. So you want to dial it in as close as possible. With beta production now underway, we are able to obtain more substantial levels of commitment from our prospective customers. We are extremely excited to already have arrangement with fleet management companies relating to 20,000 of our Endurance trucks. Under these arrangements, the fleet management companies have agreed to use reasonable efforts to obtain purchase commitments from their clients. At this stage in our evolution, the arrangements must be conditional because we won't have the product until later this year. For a pre-production company, we are very pleased with this level of customer demand. One early customer we'd like to highlight is Holman Enterprises ARI unit.
Oh, that's important.
One of the largest fleet management companies in the U.S., with approximately 2 million fleet vehicles under management. We have signed a multi-year marketing and upfit agreement with Holman. As far as total addressable market, our estimates are that there are more than 30 million light-duty pickup trucks on U.S. roads currently. And we see no reason why the vast majority of those trucks shouldn't be electric over time. Moving on to intellectual property and our best-of-breed engineering. We believe we have differentiated technologies and a vertically
See this
integrated
happening right here, the welding, all this welding of these edges and stuff like that. This is a really good comment here by Ted. Tesla's trying to cast pieces and then stick them together rather than having to put all of the parts together. I mean, we'll see how it ultimately compares. I mean, this company could do casting as well in the future, but Tesla's goal is to try to prevent or limit the amount of that welding that gets done.
And sell anywhere.
Oops.
What we believe separates us from our competitors and positions us for future success.
I'll show that one more time.
Is our unique hub motor architecture, the integration of the software within the entire vehicle, and our ability to control current and future vehicle designs, platforms, and to be able to build a moat around our intellectual property. Our hub motor integration allows for true, electronically controlled, independent four-wheel drive with minimal efficiency losses. Unlike competitor models that still use some sort of mechanical routing of power to the wheels.
All right.
Our goal is to make the
we're gonna pause on this. If you want to listen to the earnings calls, I mean, you could just Google investor relations for Lordstown and listen to that. I like listening to these on 2x because I am way too impatient to listen to these on 1x. Sorry. And I'm not gonna make a trade decision in after hours, so I am in no rush. I mean, look, even if I like Upstart right now, I don't think I'm gonna buy it right now with being up 41%. And honestly, I'm not like super itching to add more stuff right now. I want to pick some that I want to sell. That's what I want to do first. But anyway, okay, good. So market's pretty stable in the after hours. Rates pretty stable in the after hours. Good news on Jerome. If you haven't seen my summary yet on Jerome Powell, make sure to watch that. Yeah, watch the summary I just posted on the channel about Jerome Powell. Otherwise, in the meantime, take advantage of that 38% off coupon code that was extended through at least the 19th for people's stimulus checks to come in. For the programs linked down below, the private live streams, the private chat groups, and everything. And folks, thank you for being here. We will see you probably later in like a couple hours when I post another video. All right, bye.